Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today's video is gonna be about three books that I think are a must read if you're a non-reader. As someone who used to be a non-reader, I struggled a lot to figure out what kind of books I would be really into. But once I sat down with myself and explored enough genres, I was able to figure out the kind of books I thoroughly enjoyed. So as a former non-reader, I would like to share three books that helped me gain insights into life and changed the way I looked at things, I perceived things, I dealt with things in life. So without further ado, let's dive in. So first book, and I swear this is one of the best books I've ever read. This is easily on top of my list. The book is called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. I came across this book at a very right point in my life. I was in a professional rut. I was doubting everything that I was doing. I reached a place career-wise where I had things going on for me, but I wasn't sure as to how to take them forward. And why is it that I'm unable to take them forward? I read this book and I swear I made the right choice. The book just explores how we can overcome our fears and our limited beliefs by just focusing on the right things and not losing sight of what is it that you really want. It will also help you recognize and break through the barriers that lead to some limited beliefs in your life. Now, this belief can be anything. It can be relationship-wise, work-wise, marriage-wise, everything. Everything is covered in this book. For me, I could resonate with the book at that point because it had a lot to do with my career. The book will also talk about your zone of genius. It's a zone where you can reach and achieve whatever you want to do without any difficulty. It's also a zone where you can exceed and you can thrive in your work life or just your life in general. I don't have the physical copy of the book currently because I read it on my Kindle, but there is this one quote that I loved from this book, and it basically just says, each of us has an inner thermostat setting that determines how much love, success and creativity we allow ourselves to enjoy. When we exceed our inner thermostat setting, we will often do something to sabotage ourselves, causing us to drop back into the old familiar zone where we feel secure. Exactly what was happening with me. I was in a professional rut, like I just spoke about, and sometimes you're exceeding so much in life, you start questioning that how are you exceeding so much. And then success also comes with stepping out of your comfort zone. Exactly what this paragraph is talking about, that once you cross that comfort zone and you start achieving new things, you are just humanly inclined to go back to old ways of dealing with things again, and that's how you sabotage your success, because you want to fall back to your comfort zone. And this is not just you doing it, this is just how our brains and mind is trained to deal with things. Every time we have something new and good going on, it just automatically puts you in a place where you think, oh no, I need to question this, how's this happening so well. So yes, read this book if you're a non-reader, and it might change a lot of things for you like it did for me. Second book that I enjoyed reading was Who Moved My Cheese by Spencer Johnson. It's a really short book, like you can see, it's so thin. It's hardly gonna take you 1 hour to finish this book. I remember how I read this book. I was randomly sitting in my living room one day, and then I went to my book counter. I found this book and I was just so intrigued by the title. I started reading it, and I swear it's the best 1 hour I've ever spent reading. The book is very short and simple to read, and it will give you a lot of insight into how you can deal with change and adaptation. When things they change in your life, as human beings, it's so difficult for us to just adapt to that change, whether it's at work, your professional life, same thing, or your relationship, or your life in general. We've not been really trained to deal with changes in the most appropriate way. Like, we've never been taught that. Nobody ever taught me how to deal with changes in life. It's only once I experienced it enough, I realized, okay, that's how you deal with it. this book is gonna offer you a great insight into that. The book is mainly about these 4 characters who are looking for cheese in a maze. Now, this cheese, once you start reading the book, this cheese can hold a very different meaning for you. Your cheese can be very different than my cheese. For me, this cheese at that point meant stepping out of my comfort zone and doing things and not resisting to change at that point in my life. Really, it leads to a point where it will tell you that how you need to be open to certain opportunities in life. It will teach you how to embrace change more easily and adapt to it, and how you can be open to anything new that comes your way. One quote that I really enjoyed from this book was, this was a great learning for me: the quicker you let go of old cheese, the sooner you find new cheese. This basically just meant, the quicker you let go of old things in life, the sooner you're gonna start enjoying the new ones. But just the whole idea of being in your comfort zone at that point and being so attached mentally to your old beliefs can limit you from achieving things that can prove to be even better for you. And the last one, The Psychology of Money, another favorite. Found this at the right point in my life. This is not your typical finance book. It's not about numbers and math and where you can invest, what you can do, but it's more to do with your psychology and your relationship with money. Why and how do you form that relationship? As kids, what kind of experiences do we have? The families that we come from, how does that decide the kind of relationship we're gonna maintain with money? I was never taught how to deal with my finances in school, or even as a kid. My parents didn't teach me a lot. I had to figure out all on my own, and this book really helped me do that. I'm still in the middle of finishing this book, and so far I'm loving it. I wanted a book that is not just typically talking about numbers and kaise we can do things to just grow financially, but it just touches the right nerves. It tells you that how you can just go to the root cause of the kind of relationship you're experiencing with money and deal with it. If you're somebody who's just starting their career and entering your professional life, this book will come in handy. I know a lot of you out there like me must be feeling that, oh, I don't know how to form a great relationship with money, or what do I even do to understand what kind of relationship I have with it. Great book. I swear you're gonna have a great time reading this. As a non-reader, I'm enjoying it. As somebody who's terrible at math, I'm still enjoying it. One quote that I enjoyed from this book is that the most important part of every plan is to prepare for the downside, because life is going to throw curveballs at you that you can't predict. We always prepare for success. We always prepare for all the good things in life, but sometimes it's also important to prepare for bad things in life. By bad, I don't mean that everything is gonna just end up being negative. No, that's not what I'm talking about. That's not what the author is talking about. But it's just good to have a plan for everything so that you're prepared when it comes your way. Very, very interesting perspective, and never thought I could understand money the way the author is explaining money in this book. So yes, I hope these books also help you, offer a unique perspective on personal growth like they did for me when I started reading them. And also, if you're a non-reader, one of these 3 you will absolutely enjoy reading. The one that I enjoyed the most was The Big Leap, like I spoke about initially. So go ahead, read this, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you want to learn more about reading books, and if you want to be a part of great book discussions, then you can come join my book club. It's starting on 28th May. A lot of people are registering for it. If you're interested, you can go check the details in the caption here. You can also follow me on Instagram, where I post a lot of content. My Instagram username is Learning with Diksha. I post content about how to improve your English, communication, fluency, and everything. So yes, don't forget to follow, and I'll see you soon.